What's up, everybody? I'm Sentinel. That's right, I said Sentinel, not King Sway. He's off doing something with his wife. I don't know, like they wanted to get away, do some kind of romantic date night thing. That's his thing. My wife's better. I'm married to a speedster. Hi. Today we got a death battle. Thor versus Wonder Woman. I met them both. I'm a mutant. Even though everybody confuses me for a Kryptonian. I know what I'm wearing. I do that on purpose. It's got an S and I don't feel like making my own symbol. I fought Thor. You know, he thought he could... He thought he could, like, you know, just catch my fade and get out of the way. Nah, he caught a fade alright. Wonder Woman, she caught something else. If you get what I'm saying. And this is just for no reason. One of my powers is lightning. I'm pretty sure King Sway said something about it. We're going... Anyway. My Lady Wonder Woman versus Thor's bitch ass. He told me he does predictions, so my prediction is Wonder Woman. Only because she let me smash. I clapped them cheeks. Thunderclaps. I don't like Thor.
The different pantheons of gods and goddesses have always been rife with conflict, and these heavenly wars can last for centuries.
Like with Thor, Norse champion of Asgard and son of Odin.
Boom.
And Wonder Woman,
Hey,
Greek
how you
warrior
doing?
of the
I
Amazons
miss
and
you.
daughter of Zeus.
He's whizzing
Stay
that
quick.
boomstick.
I didn't say
And it's
that.
our job to
You just
analyze
hearing
their
stuff.
weapons, armor, and skills
That's
to
my
find
wife.
out
Stay
who
quick.
would win
You'll meet her.
a death battle. This is the Realm Eternal, root of the world tree and noblest of the 9 dimensions, Asgard.
Like a protector for your butt?
Shush. Asgard. Since ancient times, this colorful
Asgard,
realm has been
Asgard,
inhabited
yeah.
by warriors so powerful, many believe them to be immortal deities.
And they sort of were, but being immortal in Asgard is a funny thing. See, every few thousand years, these fellas go through a little apocalyptic event where everybody dies.
Then they're born anew with only vague memories of their previous lives. This is the cataclysmic event known as Ragnarok. And Asgard's newest king, the All-Father Odin, was determined to break this cycle.
So he fathered the best damn warrior the realms had ever seen.
Not
The mighty
this
Thor.
kid.
Thor spent most of his life living among his people and defending his realm from its enemies.
And he was good at it.
Getting in my
like,
way when he
really
thinks he
good.
can do
He's
something.
their tank and DPS all rolled into one when it comes to raiding other realms. And boy, does he look the part. This guy is 6 feet 6 inches of pure muscle, and possibly lead because he somehow weighs 640 pounds.
Thor was trained by the best in
none of that
Asgard
mean
and has
anything to
proven
me.
his mettle across multiple worlds. He helped found the Avengers and has defeated everything from giants to demons to other gods.
As a real-life god,
Except
Thor is super
this
strong,
mutant.
super fast, and super durable. And even on those rare occasions when he does get hurt, he patches up real quick with his healing factor.
And of course, being the god
Mine
of
is
thunder
better.
lets him control lightning and even the earth itself.
But Thor isn't complete without his iconic arsenal. He wears the Belt of Strength, which doubles his already impressive might.
Boom.
And he
I don't
swings
need no
around
belt.
the most awesome tiny
I'm
little
on
hammer
natural
you've ever
steroid,
seen.
boy.
Mjolnir is an ancient weapon. 65 million years ago, it was forged by dwarves by harnessing a star. Its construction was so intense, it caused the star to explode, and its fiery remains eradicated the dinosaurs.
Talk about metal!
Speaking
He
of
killed
metal,
dinosaurs.
Mjolnir is forged from Uru, an extremely durable iron-like ore that is highly susceptible to enchantment. Mjolnir in particular is enchanted to house a cosmic storm powerful enough to shake black holes. And yes, the wielders of Mjolnir can access the storm's powers, including levitation and control over weather.
Never wanted anything so bad in my
So
life.
in other words, he can't fly without
only
that
those
hammer.
the hammer deems worthy
I
can
can.
actually wield it, or even
And
pick it
you
up.
already
for
saw,
that
I
matter.
got the lightning,
You must
baby.
be pure of heart and noble of mind, or
Nah,
else it won't
nah.
even budge.
I can't
Well,
do that.
lucky
He's
for
pure heart,
Thor,
noble
he's
mind.
worthy of adding
I got
Mjolnir's
X-ray vision.
awesome power to his own.
And I use it
with their
exactly the
powers
way you think I do.
combined, nothing can stop him.
Thor has easily tagged Quicksilver, who at his best can run around 670 million miles per hour. And Thor can move even faster than that when his hammer is dragging him around.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I don't think
Thor
I can
doesn't
move that
really
fast.
fly on
Quicksilver,
his
you got
own in
that
the
one.
same way people like Superman or Captain Marvel do. Instead, he literally chucks his hammer as hard as he can and hangs on for dear life as it takes him for a ride.
Thor has said Mjolnir is fast enough to reach the edge of the universe in 60 seconds. This means it can travel at least 350 trillion miles per hour, or over
Oh, I
500,000
can't run that
times the
fast.
speed of light.
Don't let go, Goldilocks. Hitting pavement at that speed.
But like I
might
said,
hurt
I'm
even
married to
you.
a speedster.
Yeah, he'd be fine.
You see
He
the
can
Flash?
withstand a dip in the sun, where it can
Imagine
be
the
over
Flash with
27
boobs.
million degrees Fahrenheit. And while he was knocked
That's my
unconscious,
wife.
he did survive a bomb capable of planet busting, equal to a force of over 53 quadrillion megatons of TNT.
I'm more impressed that he lifted this giant-ass snake. Look at that thing.
The Midgard serpent is massive,
The world
capable of
serpent.
wrapping around the entire Earth twice. It stretches nearly 900 miles wide and 50,000 miles long. By comparing it to the largest living snakes, the 550-pound green anaconda, we can estimate the Midgard serpent weighs about 17 trillion tons.
Hold on, Wiz. I know my snakes, and it looks like that mudguard
And
serpent
it can
is
still
actually
catch my
constricting
fate.
the earth. By squeezing prey, a snake can apply pressure 16 times its normal weight. So Thor didn't just lift a really heavy snake, he outmatched 272 trillion tons of force.
That is correct, Boomstick.
Goddamn right it is.
It is important to stress the unbelievable power Thor possesses. So much so that in fights with other godly beings, whole worlds can shatter. If it ever comes to it, he can even enter a state of warrior's madness. While he
Berserker
loses some
mode.
control doing this, his power increases tenfold.
Why did we put this guy up against Raiden again?
Well, Thor's cocky attitude has put him in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah.
He's even lost Mjolnir's power more than once as a result.
Yeah, the hammer
Like
isn't
when you try to run
invulnerable,
my
and
feet.
if Thor's holding on to it, its enchantment can even be tricked. Like that one time the Hulk used his own hammer against him by moving his arm. Why you hitting yourself?
Why
So
you
to
hitting
teach
yourself?
Thor
I
a
should have thought
lesson
of
in
that.
humility, Odin banished him to Earth, transforming him into a handicapped human.
Thunderstrike.
You call that a handicap? That's a limp. I'm over here with a friggin' shotgun for a leg, and I'm not even allowed to park in those special parking spaces.
Still, it turns out sending Thor to Earth was all part of Odin's plan to alter the cycle of Ragnarok, as such a thing had never been done before. And it worked. 4,000 years after the previous Ragnarok, Armageddon was stopped for good, and the gods were free. All thanks to Thor, and a giant time-traveling floating sentient eyeball, but mostly Thor.
Can't make this stuff up.
I accept your surrender.
That hammer
Legend
don't feel
has
too
it
nice.
that
He hit me
lost
with
among
it.
the waves sits a
I ain't gonna
solitary
lie, that
island
thing
called
hurts.
Themyscira, shrouded in
Hey, baby,
secrecy
how you
and
doing?
inhabited solely by women.
Hey, Wiz, guess
I
what's
was there
my new
once.
number
I mean,
one
technically, I
vacation
was there.
spot?
Like I levitated above it because they don't allow men
Despite
on
their
the
paradise
island.
isle far from civilization,
But
the
I
women
was
of
still
Themyscira
hollering
are more dangerous
at
than you
Diana.
think. They are Amazons, immortal warriors created by the Olympian gods. Their mission? To spread the peace and justice of the gods to a barbarian world.
And ship anything to you for free within 2 days.
If you pay an annual fee.
But a bunch of centuries later, they were kinda out of the loop. These chicks had never even heard of shotguns before.
Until the day a military plane crashed near the island. Determined to reconnect with the
Steve
world and
Trevor,
establish
boo.
peace once again, the Amazons held a tournament
mentioned
to
him
select
once.
a representative.
The final test requiring each lady to block a bullet from just a couple yards away. Damn, they don't mess around.
The winner was one of their youngest, a brave woman known simply as Diana.
And that's how she became
Diana Prince.
the Wonder Woman.
Due to her warrior heritage, Wonder Woman was trained from a very young age in just about every aspect of combat you can imagine.
Because what else you gonna do on that island? She's a master with swords, axes, spears, bows, shields, hell, pretty much anything that isn't a gun.
Her
The little girl
Amazon
reminded me of
physiology
my
grants
daughter,
her super
Lightning
strength,
Lonnie.
super speed, heightened wisdom, and the ability to heal from
Yes,
most
I have
wounds
a daughter.
almost instantly.
Me and
And
Jay
she
Quick
can
have a couple
fly,
kids.
just like Superman. How else do you think she'd get around? An invisible jet? That's stupid. How'd you even remember where you parked it?
To further improve her deadliness, she carries a rather unique arsenal, among which are her iconic bracelets of submission.
Ah, that sounds like some weird BDSM shit.
Well, they kind of were, but the universe has been reset more than enough times to change all that, thank God.
Right. Anyway, those bracelets are her greatest tool for defense.
Forged by the smith god Hephaestus using the
Hephaestus.
remains of Zeus's legendary Aegis shield, the
owes
bracelets
me
are
20
impervious
bucks.
to nearly anything, including gunfire, demon lightning, and Kryptonian heat vision, which can be hotter than the sun.
They can summon Zeus's lightning or even the indestructible Aegis they were made from.
To avoid collateral damage, the bracelets also suppress some of Diana's strength. Taking them off vastly increases her godly power.
Oh, and she can use them to summon weapons like her magic sword.
Also forged by Hephaestus, this sword's edge is so sharp that it can slice through microscopic atoms. This means a precision strike from Wonder Woman can cut through nearly any material.
Man, this asbestos god makes some top-notch stuff. Wonder if he does commissions.
Well, he's not
wondering
responsible
that
for
myself.
Diana's final weapon, the lasso of
Lasso
truth.
of truth.
This unbreakable
Use
whip
that
has the
on me.
power to make anybody it touches tell the truth. Bad news for any cheating boyfriends she might have.
And that's what happened when she used it on me.
God, your
Me and
daughter's
Jay
got a
Quick
nice
were just
rack.
dating at the time,
Shall
and
I
I was
kill him
seeing two
now,
women at
Queen?
once.
Of course,
I was
she
seeing
doesn't
Jay Quick
need
and
weapons to
and
prove her
Wonder
awesome
Woman.
combat skills.
She used it on
According
me,
to
now me and Wonder
Batman,
Woman don't see
Diana
each other
is the
anymore.
greatest
It's
melee
all good,
fighter
y'all
in the
married Jay
world,
Quick.
which is no small feat in a universe with people like Karate Kid, Deathstroke, and Batman himself.
Did you say the Karate Kid? Man, Daniel's son's really moved up in the world.
The point is, Wonder Woman is a master martial artist who's trained all her life. And while she has no official birth date, we do know she was born during the age of the Roman Empire, specifically when they employed centurions. Including the additional time she spent fighting in Valhalla before going back in time, this means Wonder Woman must be about 3,000 years old.
All things considered, she looks pretty damn good
She
for
was
her
that
age.
old.
And that's more than enough time to become a master ass kicker. It also helps that she's pretty darn quick. She's kept pace with Superman and defeated the speedster Professor Zoom while blind.
At one point, Wonder Woman was battling an ancient god who had fragmented himself into trillions of pieces, each spread to different corners of the universe. And while he summoned his pieces back at faster than light
blocked
speed,
them all.
Wonder Woman was able to stand in his way and block all of them.
That's insane. I mean, she's moving so fast, there's like a bunch of her.
Moving thousands of times the speed of light can do that. In fact, she's moving so fast she's probably breaking all manners of quantum physics.
She's also ridiculously strong. She punched Doomsday
Yeah.
into literal dust and helped pull the Earth around.
The
Yeah,
force
I
needed to
remember
move
that.
an object out of the sun's orbit equals around 1,000th of the object's mass, including the Earth itself. Assuming Wonder Woman was pulling her fair share, this means she can lift 2.2 quintillion tons.
Huh, and Grandpappy Boomstick always told me women were the weaker sex. I don't see him
I like
lifting
the
a
arm
third of the
wrestler
Earth.
now.
She's also incredibly tough. Nuclear explosions hardly even phase her.
Oh yeah, she punched a warhead and tanked it point blank. And then one day, Superman, who can see atoms, decided to split one to test her magic sword. Surprise, surprise, it literally blew up in their faces. Wacky antics.
Even more impressive was her fight with
What were you
Zoom,
expecting?
in which she took several light speed punches, which, according to her fellow Justice League member The Flash, hit like a white dwarf star. That would equal 2 billion megatons of force.
Unfortunately, Wendy's not
Look,
invincible. She's got her own
that
kryptonite,
hurts.
and it's a lot more
I told
common
you, my
than
wife
radioactive
has
alien
pretty
rocks.
much
Her
all the same
durability
powers as
holds
Flash.
up well against almost everything.
She hit me with something like an
except
infinite
for
mass
piercing
punch.
weapons.
Which just seems like an unacceptable weakness when you're that strong. Knives, swords, spears, any
She
kind of
almost sent me
blade
to
will do the
orbit.
trick. But especially bullets, which is
Good thing
probably
I
why
can
she's
survive in
gotten so
space.
good at blocking them with those bracelets.
Unfortunately for swordsmen and sharpshooters, Diana doesn't go down easily.
In fact, a good stabbing is more than likely just gonna piss her off. And that's when you learn just how dangerous Wonder Woman can really be.
Off with your head, homie.
right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, all this talk of godly people makes me want some godly food.
Over the past 5 years, Blue Apron has created over 1,000 recipes. This October, Blue Apron is celebrating its 5th anniversary by bringing back its top 20 recipes from the past 5 years. All chosen by you, the Blue Apron community. Keeping things fresh, Blue Apron normally doesn't repeat recipes within 1 calendar year, which makes this limited time offer something special. Blue Apron costs less than $10 a meal per person, which is a good deal. You can even customize your recipes for each weekly delivery. It's all about giving you fresh recipes to explore as you learn how to cook each new dish. Every meal comes with an easy-to-follow recipe anybody can follow to whip up your new favorite meal. They've even got Boomstick hooked. He's off cooking his meal to eat during the fight right now. Check out this week's menu and get $30 off your first meal with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/battle. You'll love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so don't wait.
That looks actually
your
pretty
favorite
good.
Blue Apron recipes are back on the menu. That's blueapron.com/battle. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
But right now, it's time for a
Death
death
battle! How you doing? Text me. Just to say hi. 'Cause I'm not running that fade with Jay. Goodbye, Frost. I ain't bored.
You! No man can enter the Themyscira unannounced.
And that is
Stand
why I
down,
float
wayward
above it.
maiden. This sort of thing never turns out well for women like yourself.
Oh, you're gonna regret saying that. Even I wouldn't say
I
that.
don't think you've ever known a woman like me.
You are undone!
Incredible. Time to stop holding back, Diana.
Whoop his ass. Whoop his ass. My son should be it. I wish he inherited my super strength. All he got from me, he's like a storm. He can control the weather. I have another daughter who I call Phoenix.
Such reckless abandon.
She can
Born
create,
misguided
she can
fool.
control and create microwave energy and radiation, and heat blast, and pyrokinetics, and she's telepathic. Then we got little Lonnie, who inherited her mom's powers, super speed and lightning. I'm waiting to see what my other two sons do. I know one of them, my youngest one. Jig.
Never!
She's got super strength. And I found that out the hard way. She punched me.
You will!
Explain to the neighbors when you end up through their wall.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you dead!
I'll kill you
Excuse
dead.
me?
Very articulate, guys. Barbarian Berserker Rage. Nah, come on, Doc. God, you better. She hasn't taken off her bracelet yet.
What?
You're not worthy.
That was funny.
KO!
Told you.
Whoa, go Wundy! Looks like somebody's been watching too
Princess
much Game of
Diana.
Thrones.
Thor and Wonder Woman matched each other in some surprising ways. Their weapons were enchanted, their years of experience were similar, and even their super modes did almost the same sort of thing.
But Lady Wonder had a couple big things going for her, like her speed.
Yeah.
Sure, Thor's fast enough to tag Quicksilver, and his travel speed with Mjolnir is just stupid fast. But
That's
Wonder
travel
Woman's
speed, not
shown that
combat
she's
speed.
even more stupid fast in combat over and over again.
Such as when she blocked trillions of God shards flying at her from the edges of the universe, most likely faster than any speed Mjolnir was capable of. She was even able to catch Zoom in her lasso, despite how he wasn't just running ahead of her in physical space, but he was also
time.
ahead of her in time. Wrap your noggin around that one.
Thor's durability was greater than Wonder Woman's, but the difference in strength was a different story. In fact, when comparing their Earth and Snake feats, she was 8,000 times stronger than him. But the final nail in Thor's coffin was their
y'all
choice of
think
weaponry.
he can
Mjolnir
kick
may have
Superman?
been tough for Diana to defend
I'm going
against,
toe-to-toe
but
with
it
Superman.
couldn't exploit her weakness to piercing weapons. Meanwhile, Diana's magic sword could slice at a microscopic level, something Thor couldn't possibly be prepared to defend against.
You could have skin so tough that you can take a bath in the sun no problem, but it won't do a damn thing to a blade that can literally sever your atoms.
Ultimately, while many of their talents were evenly matched, Diana's speed, strength, and weaponry proved too much for Thor Odinson.
Yep, he was done, Thor.
The winner is Wonder Woman. Stick around, we're about to announce the combatants for the next death battle.
And if you want to watch exclusive commentary on this episode, click that little box over there and start a first membership trial.
Should try to grab one of these shirts too.
So I called it. My girl Princess died. She had it. That's what I said. I fought Amazons. I fought Asgardians. I fought Kryptonians. I don't like Asgardians. He's cheap anyway with that hammer. I had to regenerate a tooth. I'm still healing from the last fight. But I called it, and that's all. I'm happy. My girl won. But I'm Sentinel. And I'll catch you in the next one. Get out of here.